Right, give me 3 steps, Southern rock and roll bass lines coming up, so stick around. Alright, well, welcome and hello, I'm Donald with the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwannnaPlayBass.com, and this is I Wanna Play Bass, your YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit that bell notification, get in a loop, and don't miss a beat. Now today we're covering Gimme 3 Steps by Leonard Skinner. Alright, so this bass line goes the entire song as you saw, and I'll break it down. It just basically starts off here on D. And that's just going to be D. Just remember the rhythm, D to C sharp. Okay, so it's just D to C sharp, and then it goes C sharp to A. So it's A, F sharp, E, F sharp, A, F sharp, D. And then we start the groove. That's like the verse. That's just a little intro, and now we get into the verse, but this is still part of the intro here. So it's... So then we get into the verse, and it's going to be D, D, B to A. That's all it is. D, B, and A. And then it goes right here, B to C. And then it goes to A, F sharp to E. Okay, so that's just the intro. The verse is going to be. Okay, so you've got that. You got the A, the D, B, A, B, D, B, A, B, C to A. Then it changes. It goes to A, F sharp, E. Yeah, A, F sharp, E, F sharp, A. And then it does this little run here. The whole band does. That's what this bass line is so on point with everybody in the band that, you know, everybody does it. So it's part of the melody, and it's kind of cool. So it's just A, B, C sharp, E, A, B, C sharp, D. And then it goes. Then it repeats it. Okay. So it repeats that D part. And then the A part. Okay, then that little lick. It doesn't repeat that lick. Just that particular time it doesn't repeat the lick. It doesn't repeat it but one time in each verse, but it does it every verse, and there's a little guitar solos in between that it does do it as well. So just, I'll leave a link down below of the song so you can listen to it and play along with the song, but I'll give you the parts now. That way you don't have to try to decipher what they are, you know. It's all right here. So that lick, we got that lick, and then it goes back into the D part. And then it does a whole band does the lick. There's a lot going on in this song, without a doubt. So that lick right there is going to be E, F sharp, A, slide up to the B, E, F sharp, A, B, C sharp, E, back to C sharp to A, and then the octave A, okay? And then it goes back to the D part, and then it does changes right here, does that little walk down, does the B to C, and then the C, then the G, F sharp, F, E. It does it. So it goes from G, F sharp, F, E, octave E. Then it goes. And then it ends that intro, which is the verse. That's the same line. Repeat that line in the verses, and in that intro there, but we're still not done with it. So it ends that verse with it goes back to the D, it goes, and it goes D part, and then it goes to A. Now there he changes it up a few times. Sometimes it goes from F sharp to E, to F sharp, and then back to D. And then I forgot that little lick in there too. So you gotta remember that lick. So it's in the very beginning before you even start the verse. I've left it out totally out of the intro. So that little lick is going to be B, A, F sharp, A. That's it. B, A, F sharp, A. And then it goes into the verses, and then it goes into the D part, okay? So don't forget that lick. I did, like I just did. And then it goes into that verse, and then it comes, now we're ending that verse, the very last line, we've got to, and then sometimes it does, so after that D, it goes to the A. So that part right there. So that ends that verse. Or sometimes it goes from, instead of going, it goes. Okay, so that's just going to be basically, it slides from, goes to A, goes to E, slides up to F sharp, to A. Okay, so that's everything right there. That's the verse. That's the intro and the verse. Now after the first verse, they do a little solo over the D part and the A part, but they don't do that little run entire band. They just stop it. It's a short verse just for a little solo in the very beginning. After the first verse, they do a little guitar solo, and it's half of that. So remember that, and then it comes back into the verse again. It does a verse 2 times after that. So there's a verse, okay, there's an intro, there's a verse, there's a little guitar solo over half of a verse, and then there's two verses, and then it goes into a chorus. He says, I know you don't know me. It goes into that, give me 3 steps. It goes into the chorus, which is going to be D, and it's just a real moving bass line. It's D, A to B, but that's all it is. D, A to B. And it does that to get to the A part. So that's the D part's this. D, A to B. And then it goes A to F sharp, and then it goes back to A, and then it starts the A part, which is the same thing, but it's E, A, E, and F sharp. And then it still does that lick there as well. That lick happens every time. Okay, so that chorus part's this right here. It's the D part, and then it goes to the A part, A to F sharp, and then starts the A part, E to F, A, E, F, and then it does the lick, and then it does it again, the D starting on D, and then it does the ending. Then it goes into, now here the chorus changes a little bit. I think it's actually a guitar solo, but it's D, so it's D, A to B, and then D, F to F sharp slides into it. Okay, so that part is going to be this. And that's D, A, B, D, F to F sharp, and then D, A, B, D, F sharp, and then D, A, F sharp, E, and then the lick, and then it goes D, then it goes D, F sharp to F, and it pulls down. So it's D, F slide up, D, B to A, and then D, and then it does that lick that the whole band does. Okay, so it does that lick, then it goes okay, so that part is just going to be, so we're getting ready to do that walk down to the C, to the G, so it's D, A to B, and then D, F sharp to F to F sharp, and then D to E, F, F sharp, G, and then open E, G, walk down, that walk down, G, F sharp, F to E, and then the octave E, then it goes D, F sharp, F to F sharp, D, B to A, D, F to F sharp, D, B to A, and then it does a C, B, A, C, B, F, E, D, and then it does a F sharp, A, B, D. So that's going to sound like this. And it does that lick again. And now we start, we do another verse. So we're out of that. I think that's like the guitar solo, and it comes into another verse there as well. And then it does that verse. That's a full verse. And then we're getting ready to end it. We after that, but it just fades out. But it does go back to that chorus again. Yep, so it does that chorus, then the verse, and then it repeats that verse again at the outro. It just goes out, they just fade out on that. Just fade out on that. So, alright, so that's it. Hope that was clear. Hope you got some value out of that. If you got any questions, leave it down below in the comments. I will get back to them for sure. I check them all the time. Help me help you. Hit that like button, and I will catch y'all on the flip-flop in the next video. So remember, subscribe, hit that bell notification, get in the loop, and don't miss a beat. All right? Thanks.